I'm gonna be doing some different things on my channel in the next few days. I'm the old schedule's still on, but things are just gonna be a bit delayed. I just had some few video ideas that I'd like to implement. Um, as you can see, I'm animating my latest animation in the back of this video because I really want to tease it. I've been working hard on it. It's from our AI Dungeon segment from the Looney Submarine podcast that we did. If you want to check out the podcast animation itself, you can go to the Looney Submarine channel. I'll link that in the description. Well, the channel I'll link. And the thing I'm animating now is our AI Dungeon AI Dungeon segment, which will go to maturity increase. Even though Looney Submarine also is kind of a mature channel, I thought maturity increase should or would need some more content. I'll be teasing it a lot in the next coming days. I will even be doing tutorial because or an animation tutorial because the AI dungeon is going to be like animatic along with some fully animated parts. So it's just something different and cool that I wanted to share. Onto the main part of this video, or the main topic that I want to talk about, are some recent events and how I'd like to share some positive things and spread some kindness to others. I just want to make something happy and positive after what recently happened. If you're gonna cringe at this video or say something bad about it, don't, because honestly, I won't care. And if you want to comment anything negative, I'm not gonna have that. So, if you're just gonna react in a bad way to this video, just don't watch it. So for those who haven't seen, recently I made a video about how a few friends and I encountered this kid on Discord who caused some problems in my server. We begin to find out what his deal is, and we eventually start being jerks to this kid because we thought he was too young for Discord. We had a really stupid set in our minds where we were like, maybe if we bully this kid, he'll leave off Discord for his own good or whatever, and that turned out to be the opposite of the case. We later learned that he had autism, and that really made us feel bad. Hence the existence of my last video, if you've seen that. We did something terrible, we apologized, and we still feel pretty bad. I thought about how much I hated cyberbullying only to become the bully myself. It's not a fun thing to see yourself become the one thing you swore to destroy. And I'm not just saying that for the meme. I really felt feelings of regret that I never have felt before. In this video, I just really want to talk about being kind to people and what it means. And I just want to share my experiences and being positive with yourself and others. There's something I've noticed in teenagers and people who are of my age. People my age, they see kindness and happiness and being positive as a very cringy and childish thing. And I just don't think that should be the case. That's the real cringe right there, is people thinking being mean and being jerks to others is cool, when really, in my experience, being kind, being a very nice person, that's what really makes you a cool person. Just because you're happy, positive, and you're nice to others doesn't make you less of a person. And that can go with what I said in the last video. Just because you're different of a person doesn't mean you're less of one. We're going through a very tough time right now, and I dare not repeat and mention everything the world is going through right now. It's really easy to feel and be negative, and that's normal. And it's human nature to be negative. That it's called negativity bias. It's something our brains are built on. We just gotta make the effort to push ourselves into being more positive about things, because from my experience, it really helps make life easier. I'm gonna example our friend Sean Shepard. Every time we talked to him or saw a picture of him, he was smiling and happy. Now, at first, when we were in the wrong, we thought he was just a troll on the internet, but in reality, that was never the case. He was just a happy child. He was just happy and smiling, and that just inspires me. He's just a happy kid. I myself have learned to smile through many unfortunate things, and it surprisingly helps. And I don't mean putting on a fake smile, I mean thinking about the good things. I'm going to reference him a lot because Fred Rogers' teachings and quotes were beyond just a child's program for TV program for children. Mr. Rogers said when he was a boy and there was something going on the news that was terrible or bad, his mom would tell him, look for the helpers. Think about the good that is going on in the world. There are a lot of bad things, and that's changing people's opinion about the world. That's changing everyone's view. But just look for the good things. Think, I have to mention it, but think instead of how many people are getting the virus and dying from it, think about the people who are actually working really hard day and night to find a vaccine that'll bring our world back to normal. They're helping us. They're the heroes of this pandemic. They're helping stop this pandemic by finding something to cure people with this virus. It's a different view. It's a nicer, it's a better way to look at things. Now, there's a lot of ignorance in this world, and I'd like to point out that people tend to ignore almost everything that is good. And I my advice would be to push the bad stuff away. Try and focus more on good stuff. Not that we should ignore bad stuff completely. We should make sure we acknowledge those problems. We need to acknowledge that things like climate change and global warming do in fact exist. They are very real. Too many people just don't believe in it. They don't want to believe that it's real cuz it's scary. It is scary because these threats are to our entire world. But I know for a fact that we can stop or slow it down. I know that we can. I don't think so. I know so. We just need enough people to be positive about it. We need people to stop being so ignorant about these problems. Not like I don't like what I'm trying to say here is I don't want people to be like, "Oh, these exist and we're all going to die if it's going to continue on." We need to go from, "Oh, we're all going to die" to, "No, we can fix this. We can work together and stop this." That people need to be more positive like that. And I know it's very hard because people find it a lot easier to just mope around and be like, "Oh, whatever, just let it take me." I can't stand people like that because I know there is a way. There is a way to get climate change and global warming under control. Maybe not entirely, but we can slow it down. Now I want to talk about kindness because after being a jerk to a 12-year-old kid online turned out to be not the funnest thing ever. I generally see myself as an honest and kind person, and I will never let anyone down. And human error has led me to fall from that stage. I'm sorry, I really love metaphors. I feel really bad about it. And just to make up for it, I want to talk about being kind, and I want to talk about how from my experiences, being kind is way, way better than being a jerk to someone. As I said before, I don't tolerate bullies. I don't tolerate jerks. I've now become one to hate it even more. All right, now I can't really. I have a lot to say about kindness and being a jerk, but I want to start this thing off with a quote from Mr. Rogers. He says, "It's our job to encourage each other to discover that uniqueness and to provide ways of developing its expression." And there's another quote here that says, "To love someone is to strive to accept that person exactly the way he or she is, right here and now." Imagine what our neighborhoods would be like if each of us offered, as a matter of course, just one kind word to another person. Well, that one's just about saying kind things to people. Everyone is unique. Even, alright, let's take me versus some bully, right? I stutter a lot. Even when I'm reading something, I tend to stutter. And I can't get my words out really fast. Plus, it is kind of a good thing to think before you speak, so, yeah. Anyway, I stutter. I can't speak fast like other people do. I can't really get my words out there smoothly and clearly. And I know people would make fun of me for that. When in reality, that person could have their own traits of their own. Like, they could maybe also stutter. I have ADD. Maybe they have ADHD. Even though they're kind of the same thing. We are all the same species. No matter where you're from, no matter what color skin you have. We are all the same species. We act differently. We have our own traits, but we all have eyes and noses and mouths. We are humans. People who are Spanish are humans. Black people are humans. People from Asia and Germany and France are humans. We're all humans. And we're all unique in our own different way. Life would be very boring if we were all the same. Personality wise, trait wise. We're all the same species, but we have our different things. And even bullies, even people who are jerks, they have their own things. They have their own little different things with them. If you have anything bad, if you have beef with someone, talk to someone about it. Talk to them, the person you have a problem with. Kindly talk to them about it. And if someone approaches you telling you that they have a problem with something about you, if they have a problem with you, don't attack them back. Approach it gently. Be kind. Acknowledge it. And talk it out and move on. If I have anything else to say, I will put in the comments. I didn't want to write a script on this because it would feel cheap, and I wanted this to come from heart. My scripts also come from heart, but I just want to, I just need to speak like I'm actually talking to you people instead of reading off of something. I'm really speaking from my heart here. I'm not reading off of anything. I'm just tired of people being such jerks to each other. There's so much hate in this world. There is so much hate and racism and discrimination, and I just wish people would approach those differences more gently. that is all I have. Thank you for watching. If you want to say something bad about this video, don't. If you have a problem with me, find me on Discord, DM me on Discord, and I will only talk to you if we can resolve it in a civil manner. I don't want trouble. I don't want to make a fuss. I just want to deal with things in a very calm way. And I don't want to be mean to anyone. I don't want people to be mean to me or anyone else. I'm rambling on again. I hope this message about kindness and positivity is inspiring. And I'll see you in the next video.